Hey everybody, John Huber here, Maryland K-12. I've had a few people ask me a few questions about what my thoughts are, maybe some insight on the whole idea of this issue with the potential removal, dismantling, closing, however you want to define it, of the Federal Department of Education, the U.S. Department of Education. A couple of things. There's three things I want to point out. The first one, it is clearly, the states are clearly the ultimate authority in education. It's a 10th Amendment issue. There's no question. Education is a state issue. Look it up. You will see. There's no question about it. So the states are in charge. So then you got two things left. The next question that I like to ask is, okay, well, what is it that they do? What is it they do? They do two main things. They would probably tell you other things, but there's two things that are really people are starting to question about what would happen if these change. One is about the money, and one is about the laws. So let's talk about the money real quickly. The money generally comes from the Treasury Department to the State Department or to the Federal Department of Education, and then to the states. It's Title I money. It's Pell Grant money. Things of that nature. That's probably the big one on a national level, on the secondary level, is the Pell Grants. But anyway, this money in the form of grants flows through the Department of Education and to the states. So if it just flowed right from the Treasury directly to the states, I don't think that would be, I don't think that would make a big difference. The money's not going anywhere. It's just going to be administered differently. So that's one. I looked at some budgets around the state. I'm in Worcester County. About 10% or so of their budget comes from federal money. About 4% in Anne Arundel County, or it might have been 6% in Anne Arundel County, 4% in Baltimore County. So this is a smaller portion of those funds, and a lot of those funds are for things like ROTC, some of the federal lunch programs are federal programs. So I don't think the money's going anywhere. It's going to be a little different, and I don't think any school who is a Title I school or deals with Title I money would be terribly upset if they found out that they weren't going to have to deal with the feds anymore. I think they might go, because let me tell you, ask someone who deals with Title I money what that's all about. Anyway, different topic. The other thing is the laws and the rules. The laws are the laws. He can't change the laws. There's still IDEA. It's a law. There's a 504 about disabilities, student with disabilities. That's a law, and these things, it's their responsibility as the executive branch to enforce the laws. Currently, those laws are enforced through the Department of Education, and they'll probably just be enforced through the Justice Department. Now, I might be minimizing a little bit of this. I might be oversimplifying it, and maybe so. But the bottom line is, I just don't think it's going to be. A lot of people are going to be upset, but I think eventually it's going to be okay. I think there should probably still be some national advisory council or something, but the idea of not having a federal Department of Education is not new. Okay, this isn't something he just woke up one morning and talked about. This has been something that a lot of people were opposed to begin with, and the reason is because constitutionally, education is a state issue. So I hope that helps. The money would probably just flow from somewhere else, and it's not a huge amount of money in terms of percentage of their budget, and the laws aren't going anywhere. So I think it would be okay. There would be a lot of people upset, and I also looked at some of the teachers' unions and see what they had to say about it. And honestly, a lot of the local teacher unions, they haven't really said much about it. I mean, they might be supporting their national colleagues, from the NEA. They're completely opposed to it, obviously, because they're on a national level. But they've kind of made this token support. Yes, they support. They don't want it to happen. Of course, they don't, because that's what they do. But they're not out there marching in the streets. So I don't know. I think if it happens, we're going to be okay. So give me your thoughts. If you disagree, I'd love to hear from you. Thanks. Have a great day.